Alright, what is going on YouTube? My name is John and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about 5 superfoods that you guys should start putting into your diet, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to gain muscle, or even maintain weight. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so for number 1 guys, Dave's Killer Bread. Now, this is what the bread looks like, and yes, I have eaten from this, but here's what it looks like. Basically, you're gonna have this guy on here, but the idea of this bread is the health benefits out of it. And most people look at bread and it's something they want to turn away from, especially when it comes to trying to build muscle, when it comes to trying to lose weight or whatnot. But this bread is completely different. Now, looking at the nutrition label on the back, guys, very low in fat, which to me, not really concerned about fat, but some people are. So by all means, low in fat, 100 calories, which is very low. You've got 125 milligrams of potassium, which is very good. 17 grams of carbs with 5 fibers. So you're literally getting about 12 grams of carbs per slice, because remember, you always have to minus the fiber from it. And 5 grams of protein, only a gram of sugar, which honestly is really nothing. So, you know, having 2 slices of this bread, you're gonna get about 10 grams of protein and like 10 grams of carbohydrates, 10 grams of fiber, and probably about 24-ish in carbs, which is very low. Most breads in 1 slice, you're getting about 24 grams of carbs, and that's just very unhealthy because you're getting like almost 50 in a whole sandwich, and you're really not gonna get that fiber from it, especially eating it like a white bread. You also got some omega-3s in it, obviously a lot of whole grain. Something like this is just like delicious as well. Like if you like a grainy bread, you'll like this. They also do make bagels, which I don't have those right now, but I have tried them. They're very good. The only downside I will say to this bread is that you're looking at a pretty high price point. I think it's about $4.99 or $5.99 for a loaf of bread, so it is quite expensive. But someone like me, I don't really eat a lot of bread, so here and there I'll make a sandwich with this or whatever, but for the most part, it's pretty much sitting in my freezer, and here and there, like I said, I'll have a slice and whatnot, and that's kind of why it's frozen. But yeah, this bread is just absolutely delicious, guys. Would highly recommend you pick this up. Alright, so number 2, guys, is oatmeal, and specifically old-fashioned oats. I mean, you could get the quick ones, but I usually just prefer to get these right here. Now, this is from Market Basket, but it doesn't really matter what the brand is. You could get Quaker, you could get like Stop and Shop, really doesn't matter, but they're pretty much all the same. It's just price point for the most part. But like, you can look at the ingredients list right here. You're getting a decent amount of protein from it. You got 5 grams, 27 carbs, which honestly, me personally, I'll probably eat a half a cup, maybe a cup. And you're getting 4 grams of fiber, which is very good for you. And just there's a lot of health benefits to it. I mean, I don't know the whole list. There's a lot of really good things. I mean, just the ingredients alone is just literally whole grain rolled oats. So, I mean, you're not getting this lengthy ingredient list, which is definitely going to be very helpful. Now, these things don't take too long to make. You could actually microwave them, or you can cook them on a stovetop, which usually I cook them on a stovetop, but if you're running quick with timing and everything, you don't want to go to boil the water, you just pretty much heat these up. Now, the cool thing about oats is it's something that, they taste sort of bland if you were to just eat them plain, but you could turn around, you throw some blueberries in it, you could throw a banana in it. For me this morning, I had a bowl of oatmeal with some blueberries and some chocolate protein powder. It tasted really good that way. You could put brown sugar, but especially if you're trying to lose weight, I wouldn't really recommend it, just because you want to try to lower your sugar intake as much as possible. But you could also put like cinnamon on it, anything like that. Pretty much any type of fruit can go in it. Peanut butter as well, which I'm going to be talking about peanut butter later on in this video. And yeah, for the most part, guys, like oats are just a really good carbohydrate. They don't raise your glycemic index, which some carbs do, like pasta and whatnot, so you really can't go wrong with like a bowl of oatmeal. Okay, so number 3, guys, is sweet potatoes. And this might come as a surprise to some people. If you don't know that they're very healthy, they are. And shockingly, something like this is much more healthier than a normal baked potato. Now, this is the ingredients list right here. And for the most part, guys, I'm not so much concerned about this stuff. More or less, it's about how the carbs work in this. The carbs are just like a carb in oatmeal. You can burn them off very quickly. They don't really store like pasta does and all that kind of stuff. It's very like it's just one of those type of carbs that are very good for you, and especially if you're into like muscle training and whatnot. I've heard very good things about sweet potatoes being something that guys love to eat, and they substitute it obviously for a baked potato, which is something that I do all the time, especially if I go out to eat. But I mean, there is still a lot of nutrition to it besides the what's contained in a sweet potato, because mostly what's contained in them, which is like different vitamins and minerals and all that that's contained, it just makes it one of the healthiest foods out there. But looking at like the label and everything, it's got its carbs, but you got 4 grams of fiber, guys, couple grams of protein. Now you got 7 grams of sugar, and some people that probably sounds high because you're only getting, like, this is a fairly small sweet potato, right? And I buy them through the bag, but you could buy them separately. And you know, the 7 grams of sugar, guys, I wouldn't be worried about it, because you got to treat it as if it's like a fruit sugar. It's going to go through you very fast, and it's really not going to store as fat. So, you know, getting a sweet potato opposed to getting a baked potato is going to raise your glycemic index. Whereas in a sweet potato, ironically, although it is sweeter and it contains more sugar, it actually acts as a much better superfood than a baked potato. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up with these two crazy superfoods right here, 4 and 5, and that is peanut butter and jelly. Now this is a very, very classic type of food that someone would eat, peanut butter and jelly, but little do people realize that peanut butter and jelly is one of the most unhealthiest foods, but at the same time can be one of the most healthiest foods. So basically, guys, if you're gonna get peanut butter, and I'm gonna do quite a lengthy description about this right here, you wanna get the Teddy's All Natural peanut butter. This is unsalted, which I personally don't even notice the difference, but they do make this with salt as well. So just the ingredients alone, dry roasted peanuts. It's literally just peanuts, guys. And you know, they talk about stirring well and everything, because you will see the peanut oil towards the top, but that's okay because it's very natural and it's very good for you. Now let's look at the ingredient list right here, or I'm sorry, the nutrition facts. 16 grams of fat, very high. You got 7 grams of carbs, fairly low, 3 grams of fiber, which is crazy, 2 grams of sugar, which again, that's just a natural sugar because you got 0 added, and 8 grams of protein. So, you know, you could have this on a sandwich, and it's got about 14 servings per container, which is high. So you can essentially have about 14 sandwiches with this. And for the most part, you're going to be getting a lot of nutrition out of this. Now, if you were to get a normal peanut butter, Skippy, Jif, any of that kind of stuff, those peanut butters are going to contain what's called a partially hydrogenated oil. If you guys don't know what that is, it's essentially trans fat, which is the worst fat that's out there. And it's a fat that stores in your body and doesn't burn off very quickly. For the most part, guys, you could even do like a hell of a workout and everything, and that is still going to store in your body. It's just a very, very bad fat. It's a man-made fat. You want to stay as far away from it as you can. That's why you go with a natural type peanut butter like Teddy's. You don't have to go with Teddy's. There's a lot of other brands, but personally, I kind of like the Teddy's one better. And that's why you want to go with like that type of peanut butter. Now, jelly, last but not least. This is a sugar-free fiber jelly, guys. And let me tell you, some people might think this sounds absolutely disgusting. No, this is great jelly. So, looking at the label right here, there's barely anything in this, right? Now, you know, you get your ingredient list and everything, but, you know, obviously the first ingredient's water, strawberries, and, you know, it's fairly natural. It's got sucralose in it, which is Splenda right here, but you got very little of it. So if you're kind of concerned about not wanting a lot of sugar alcohol, you won't have to worry about it, because we've only got 10 calories, which is very low, 5 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and so you're only probably getting about 2 grams of sugar alcohol, which is not necessarily going to make you fat, but some people get concerned with health benefits and all that kind of stuff. But you won't have to really worry about that with this, just because the content is so damn low. Now, you guys can see I've literally almost like demolished this. There's very little left, probably enough to make another sandwich. But, you know, I had to show this. I'm glad I'm showing this before it runs out. So I'm going to have to get another bottle of this. But yeah, they got strawberry. They've got peach, apricot, grape, all that kind of stuff. You just gotta find this, and I don't believe this is too expensive. I mean, I haven't picked this up in a while, so not really sure, but as I said, this is the most like healthiest jelly you can get on the market right now. And especially like that combined with the peanut butter, you throw it on 2 slices of Dave's bread and have a peanut butter and jelly, guys, you're looking at upwards of like 15 grams of fiber in just one sandwich. You're looking at about 18 grams of protein and all kinds of different like health benefits that go into it with all the omega-3s and all that that's contained in that bread. So you're looking at a crazy superfood meal right there that's going to get you a ton of nutrition, especially if whether you're trying to gain weight through muscle or you're trying to lose weight or maintain the weight, guys. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with these foods. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up right here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you got any questions about any of these foods that I listed here, or you can think of any other ones that you want to leave in the comments down below to share with everybody else, please go for it. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.